No, I can do this all day. It's good to move the body, Julie. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction and for speaking so highly of my classes. I really appreciate that. And I love the fact that we have Justin here on tech support. So we are covered really good today. So listen, thank all of you for showing up. You did it. You get an A for showing up, and that's the important thing. So today is a Qigong class. It's designed to bring the mind into the body. We're going to incorporate deep diaphragmatic breathing in the exercise. There's tremendous benefits from this. There's been many studies about this that are very prominent studies that show the benefit of doing diaphragmatic breath work. And it's just so good for the immune, the overall health of the body. Oxygen is one of the best things you can do for the body, and to take time for that oxygen cocktail that we bring into the body is very rewarding. So it's well worth it. So you can just do some diaphragmatic breathing, or you can do it with exercise. You might as well kill two birds with one stone. So let's begin with our feet about hip width apart, and start with 3 heart opening breaths, palms in front of the abdomen. Bend the knees a little bit. So when you inhale, slowly come up to feel a stretch in your glutes, and just open the chest, stretch through the thighs, and exhale. Big, long breath. Again, come down into a squat and slowly come up to feel your behind as you inhale and stretch and exhale. I like this. One more time. Through the nose, let's inhale. Give it a big stretch. Now when we exhale, let's hinge at the hip to come down to forward bend and just hold it here. So we're just stretching the back of the leg. That's the purpose of this. And we're going to do it with the breath. So when we inhale, we feel the body expand. When we exhale, we feel the body completely and deeply relax into that stretch for the back of the legs. Again, through the nose, let's inhale. And exhaling a little bit more deeply into that stretch. One more time. Inhale, big long inhale, and exhale, stretching a little more deeply into that. Oh, it's a good stretch. Now inhale, come on up, and exhale, relax, and kick the legs out. Shake the arms, shim the shoulders, palm the head, just loosen the body. All right, now, what I want to do is just go right into a little body tapping. Body tapping is really good for stimulating the connective tissue. I'm starting to do this in all my classes now because it feels so good. Once in a while, I have so much going, I forget. But you might want to take your glasses off so you can tap around your face. And as you tap hard enough to make a difference so you can kind of feel a smack. And this brings blood into that area, which is very healing for the skin, for the tissue. So we start tapping the top of our head and come to the crown, drop down behind the head where the neck touches the head bone, and then just down behind the ears, above the ears. This stimulates the fascia, the connective tissue that's close to the skin, all around the temples, the temples. Now let's do the ears, up and down the ears with all the fingers, up and down the ears, well, all 4 fingers anyway, leave the thumb out. And then take your thumb and just pinch up and down. Pinch it. We want to make the ears a little red. Yeah, that brings color there. Now go back to the temples, So we want to tap hard enough to make that area red. And that means there's blood coming into the surface there. And then all around the forehead. And now just do right in between the eyebrows there, the mind's eye, 6th chakra. Chakra is just another energy center. We have 7 main energy centers. Now back on top of the eyebrows. But we have 366 through the body, outside corners of the eyes, and energy centers control the energy flow throughout the body. They're controllers. It's like an intersection in a freeway, in a city street. Now come down to your, just underneath the eyes, on top of the eye sockets, come straight down below the nose on the upper level of the gum line, and we come all the way back. So what we're doing is we're opening up energy centers, so we're having a free flow of energy. Come on back down. So by the time we're done with this class, you'll have opened up all the energy centers throughout the body. Now come down to the lower level and staying on the gum line, go up to the back teeth, and then come back down again. Now all around the chin, the chin. Now just come underneath the jaw with all the fingers, tap underneath the jawbone and right up behind the jawbone. There's some soft tissue in that area there. Now let's do scrunchy face and open face. We're going to do 3 of these, so make a nice tight fist and just scrunch your face. This is good for your face and your overall circulation, actually, but make it really tight here. Squint the nose, squint the eyes. On the count of 3, we're going to do open face, and you can make a sound and stick your tongue out to give a good stretch through the mouth area. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Okay, again, give it a good stretch, really tight. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ah! One more time. Give it a good stretch, really tight, as tight as you can. Squint the nose, wiggle the ears. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Just relax for a second. Just feel the tingling in the face. Okay. Now let's extend our right arm out, thumb up, and drop the head down to the left so you have room to tap where the shoulder connects to the neck. And tap hard enough to send shockwaves down into the lungs. Now on top of the shoulder, and then down to the bicep, top of the forearm, and just start coming down the forearm to the wrist, top of the thumb, front of the fifth, pinky, lower wrist, start coming up the forearm to the elbow, tricep, tricep, armpit, 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 upper part of the chest, 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 chest. Now let's go to the other side and do the same thing. Head down, just tap nice and hard here. Top of the shoulder, top of the bicep, top of the forearm, and just start coming down the forearm to the wrist, top of thumb, front of fifth, pinky, lower wrist, start coming up the forearm to the elbow, tricep, 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 armpit, armpit, okay, upper part of the chest. So there's a lot of videos out there that you can find on YouTube about tapping for the body. You can look up EFT tapping, emotional freedom therapy, where you do this in conjunction with tapping. It's very effective, actually. Started catching on for a while, but nobody really talks about it too much these days. I don't know why, because it's pretty cool. Now let's follow me and release some stress. We're going to shout it out. So when I go ha, you go ha. If I go ha ha, you go ha ha. Ready? Let me go first. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Okay. Ho! Ho ho! Hee! Hee ha 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 ha! Let yourself free. Let it go. Okay, come on down to the abdomen. Ah, laughter is so good for us. It just makes you feel good. You really just let yourself go. There's nothing like it. It's contagious. When you laugh, someone else usually laughs too. So I hope I was contagious for you. Now bend forward and bring your kidneys, your lower back, lower back. Now come to the tailbone, 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 buttocks, buttocks, buttocks. Now let's start coming down the back of the legs. Okay, now the insides to the hips, 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 hips. Come on down the outside. When you get to the bottom, hang out at the insteps for a moment. Instep, instep, ankles, ankles, ankles. Now come up the front of the legs. Hang out at the knees, all around the knees. Come up your thighs. Abdomen, abdomen, abdomen. Now, cross your hands and let's sweep the energy all the way down to the toes and use a positive affirmation. It feels so good. Ready? It feels so good. Say it out loud because it feels good. Again, we'll do this 2 more times. Ready? It feels so good. Okay, the 3rd time we do it, let's say it in Korean. It's I shawanada. Ready? I shawanada. Whew, that feels so good. Yeah. Now we're ready. Now we're going to start with balance of plate exercise. When we do this, we're rotating all the joints, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the knees, the hips, the ankles. Every joint in the body gets rotated if you do one simple thing. Make sure when you make a circle, the palm is facing the sky. And do your best, because if you're not able to make a full circle, you do this enough, over time, eventually you start opening up the flow of energy so you have a much wider range of motion. The reason you don't, it's just because from a lack of movement, and we all have that. So the best way to prevent that is to do it. So let's put both hands out. Step forward to your right foot. Take the left palm, put it behind you, face up, or you can just put it on your hip, wherever you're most comfortable with that. We'll make 2 circles. The first one's underneath the arm, the second one's over the head. And this is the part of the 4th and 5th form that we're going to do later on, except it's abbreviated. So two breaths, two circles. So it's inhale, just straighten the knees, pull the palm in towards the chest, elbow and shoulder up, bend the wrist, circle the palm underneath the arm, point to the right. Now when you exhale, push your hip to the right and come into a squat. Now we're going to make a circle over the head. As you inhale, gyrate the hip around. The arm follows the opposite way. Start straightening the legs. When you go over the head, you're stretched up through the abdomen. As you exhale, completing the circle, you're coming back down to our squat position. Let's try that again. So the first one is inhale in towards the chest. Straighten the knees. Stretch. Now exhale, bend the knees and put the hip to the left, arm to the right. Now gyrate the hip and it swings the arm the opposite way. Start straightening the knees as you go over the head. As you exhale, bend the knees as you come back down into a squat and return. Okay, try that again. So it's inhale underneath the arm and exhale, push the hip to the side. Then inhale, circle over the head. As we exhale, we're bending the knees to return. So it's up and down. So when we inhale, we initiate the movement. When we exhale, we conclude it. When we inhale, the body's rising. When we exhale, the body's squatting. So it's inhale, we rise. And exhale, we fall. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we fall. We do the same time gyrating the hip. And the arm is always going the opposite way of the hip. So think of the hip moving and the arm just swung around by the hip movement. So it's inhale underneath the arm and exhale, hip goes to the side. Now here's the swing. So it's inhale, we gyrate the hip and come over the head. And exhale, we complete the circle as we come back down. Try that again. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Let's do it one more time in silence, but add the intestine breathing. So when we inhale, we expand the abdomen as far as we can. When we exhale, we tuck it in. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time in complete silence, do the intestine exercise. Okay, let's bring the foot back as we inhale. We bring the foot back and exhale, come into a squat. Let's go to the left side. So it's inhale, bring this left foot out, and exhale, step off with the palm face up. 2 circles, 2 breaths, same way. So it's inhale, underneath the arm, push the belly out, and exhale, tuck the belly in, squeeze it all the way to the backbone as you stretch in the crouch. Then inhale, abdomen expands as you stretch through the body. And exhale, come on down. Doesn't that feel good to stretch the abdomen like you're doing when you inhale? Let's try that again. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, we rise, exhale, we fall, inhale, we rise, exhale, we crouch, inhale, we gyrate the hip and we rise. And exhale, we complete the circle, we crouch. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So it's inhale, expand the abdomen, push it out and down, and exhale, tuck the belly and squeeze to the back bone. Inhale, abdomen extends, and exhale, abdomen contracts. Okay, with breath only. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Okay, last time in silence. Now inhale, bring the foot back, and exhale, relax. Now just shake the arms up, shim the shoulders, kick the legs out, loosen the body up. How do you feel right now? Let's just stand for a second and just bring your mind into the body and just feel the body. All you're doing is just feeling the energy. You should feel a tremendous tingling sensation. Number one, the deep diaphragmatic breathing has really done a good job oxygenating the bloodstream. And this has tremendous energy. You know, oxygen molecule has wonderful energy throughout the body. Just stand and rest while I'm talking. Shoulders are over the hips, knees, hips over the knees, knees over the ankles. So the oxygen molecule is considered to be a light particle. It's the energy of an oxygen molecule is when the scientists look down deep, they can't see anything, but they know it's there, and they call it the light particle. And this is the energy that goes into a cell and revitalizes you, refreshes you. It goes into every cell throughout your body. So it's like walking into a room, flipping on that light switch. That light is flooded with this radiant light energy. You exhale the carbon dioxide, and then you start again. So when you inhale, the fresh energy comes into every cell in the body. When you exhale, we release all the stagnant energy, and it's all happens so very quickly all the time. Now, we're going to do the form from beginning to end. And there's going to be 8 forms. And each form is going to be done twice. 3 times each form. So as you do this, I'm going to be focusing on a couple of things. One, when we inhale, I'm initiating the movement. When we exhale, we're concluding it. Number 2 will be the breath. And number 3 will be the diaphragmatic breathing. So we're pushing the belly out when we inhale and tucking it in when we exhale. So if it feels a little weird, you'll eventually get used to it, because one of the nice ways to do this is at night when you sleep, put one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest, and just practice going to sleep, feeling the abdomen expand when you inhale, and then the air coming up into the lungs. And then when you exhale, everything relaxes. Just feel everything just release. So try that when you go to sleep tonight. And if you have a hard time sleeping, it'll probably help you go right to sleep. You probably won't even realize that you've fallen asleep because you're gone. It's so cool. All right, now, feet are together, less than hip width apart. Palms are in front of the abdomen. Knees are soft, not locked. So don't lock the knees. And then just kind of relax the shoulders. So first form, when we inhale, we straighten the knees and reach out to the side, and exhale into a stretch, tuck the abdomen in. Now when you inhale, push the belly out, lift the palms to prayer posture. When you exhale, tuck the belly in as you contract the abdomen all the way to the back bone. Now when you inhale, abdomen extends, elbows come to shoulder height, lift your abdomen up, lift your rib cage up, abdomen's full. And now when you exhale, contract the abdomen, soften the knees, come down into more of a squat this time, and just relax the shoulders, relax the arms. It kind of feels awkward. You can feel it kind of down below your shins there when you're coming down into this type of a squat. Second, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Palms for the abdomen, and inhale, straighten the knees, and exhale, contract the abdomen. Inhale, push the belly out, palms together. Exhale, contract the abdomen as the fingertips come below the chin. Now when we inhale, abdomen extends, lift your rib cage up, and then exhale. It's a nice stretch for your back and your ribs and your abdomen. And let's try it one more time. So when we inhale, we reach out to the side, and exhale, contract the abdomen. We're drawing Earth's energy. As we inhale, we gather heaven's energy. When we exhale, we bring it into our energy. Then we inhale, we gather all 3 of these energies together. When we exhale, we push them down into our lower abdomen, where we accumulate and store energy. This is your Dantian or your Danjan, depending on what part of Asia you come from. It's called different things, but it's the same thing. It's your second chakra in yoga. Now, the second form, we're going to step off to the right. So your knees are bent here. So when you inhale, we straighten this left leg, and step off to the right. We have balance here, and exhale, come on down. Now, when we did that, all our focus should have been on the weight-bearing leg. Where your mind goes, that's where your energy is. You want the energy into where you're trying to focus and balance. That's very important. The rest of it takes care of itself. We're going to make a circle now, 3 of these. So when you inhale, we push the hip around and up in the middle of the circle. As you exhale, completing the circle, you come down into this squatting position. So let the arm follow the rotation. So inhale, push the hip out and around and rise up through the body, abdomen extends. And exhale, abdomen contracts all the way to the backbone as you complete your circle. Let's try that again. So it's inhale, exhale. All right, we're going to bring the foot back and then go to the other side. So it's inhale, abdomen extends. Straighten the left leg. And exhale, contract the abdomen. You notice I didn't cue you on the right leg to bring it back because it automatically comes back when you straighten that leg. Now let's go to the other side. So we inhale, abdomen extends. Straighten the right leg. Step off and exhale, settle in with the palm face down, tuck the abdomen in. Now when you inhale, push the belly out, circle to the outside, straighten the knee, and exhale, start bending the knee as you contract the abdomen all the way to the backbone as you return. So again, inhale, push the belly out, straighten the knee. Exhale, tuck the belly in. As you complete the circle, we're contracting the abdomen all the way to the backbone. Again, inhale, exhale. Then inhale, bring the foot back, straighten the right leg, and exhale, contract the abdomen, come into a squat. Now, when we go to the 4th form in our, we're gonna be doing the same thing, but this will be number 3 and number 4 movement within the 4th form. So we insert 2 other movements ahead of this for a total of 4 movements when we get to the 4th form. They're just a little bit different variations, that's all. So now we're going to straighten it. This next one is we're going to play with a balloon. We're going to bring it over to the right, or a big ball, and we carry the ball to the right. The reason I say carry the ball is because your palms flow exactly the same distance like you're carrying a ball in front of you. The bottom palm is always faced up in front of your abdomen, always face up, and the bottom palm, the outside palm is face down. And they're about the same distance, okay? So here we go. So it's inhale, straighten the right leg. All your weight's gonna be on the right leg. And then exhale, settle in, and to position, tuck the belly in. Now we're gonna swing the ball. So inhale, abdomen extends as we swing the ball over to the left. Now when you exhale, tuck the abdomen in as you return the ball and come down into a squat. Let's do 2 more swings. So inhale, abdomen extends, straighten the legs as you come, rise to the side, and then exhale, sink back down, tuck the belly in as you return the ball right back where we started from. One more time, inhale, exhale. Good job. Now lower the ball and straighten the legs. Inhale, find the balance on both legs, straighten your right leg, and exhale. Notice how the left leg just kind of swung into place. Now we do the same thing on the other side. So we're into a squat, excuse me. So inhale, carry the ball over to the left, straighten the left leg, and exhale. The right leg is just there for support. Doesn't have to go all the way around behind like I'm doing. You just lean over there if that's more convenient for you. So when you inhale, bring the ball over to the right, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, sink, and bring the ball back. Again, inhale, abdomen extends. Push the belly out and down. Exhale, contract the abdomen all the way to the backbone. Remember, the bottom palm is always in front of the midline of your body. Not over here, right here. There you go. So it's inhale, abdomen extends. Exhale, abdomen contracts all the way to the backbone. Now we're just going to straighten the left leg and stand up straight. Inhale, lower the ball. And exhale, relax and bend the knees. 4th form is balance a plate like we did in the warm-up. Instead of 2 breaths, it's 4 breaths. And we insert 2 additional breaths in before we do the 3rd and 4th breath. which we already did in our homework. So we inhale, straighten the left leg, and exhale, step off to the right with our palm face up and sink into a squat as we settle in, tucking the abdomen in. Now when you inhale, push the belly out, straighten the knees, make a circle around behind you. When you exhale, tuck the belly in and reach behind you and come into a squat. Now when you inhale, push the belly out, drag the palm underneath your arm, point the fingers to the front. When we exhale, tuck the belly in and just keep the shoulder over the hip as you extend the arm straight out in front of you into a squat. Now inhale, push the belly out as you come underneath the arm. Now when you exhale, like we did in the warm-up, push the hip to the left, arm goes to the right. Circle the hip as you inhale, start straightening the legs, abdomen extends, come over the head. And when you exhale, tuck the abdomen in as you come back down into your squat position. So let's do two more sets. So inhale, bring this right palm around, abdomen extends, straighten the legs, circle the arm, and exhale, complete the circle with squat, contract the abdomen. When we inhale, push the belly out, abdomen extends, come underneath the arm, point the fingers to the front. When we exhale, squat, contract the abdomen, extend the arm, and stretch through the lower part of your back. Then inhale, come back underneath the arm, stretch. Now when you exhale, hip goes one way, arm goes the other, and the arm is twisted. So when you inhale, we gyrate the hip, bring that twisted arm over the head, bend the elbow to come over the head. And when we exhale, we complete the circle and come back down into a squat. Let's do one more time. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Bring the foot back. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the knees. Other side, left side. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, settle in and crouch. Palms face up. Inhale, push the belly out, straighten the legs as you come around behind you. Circle the arm, then exhale, contract the abdomen as you reach behind you and stretch. Now when you inhale, straighten the knees, come underneath the arm, push the belly out. Now exhale, contract the abdomen and push to front. So when you inhale, push the belly out, come underneath the arm. And exhale, contract the abdomen, hip goes one way, arm goes the other. Swing the arm around as your hip goes around, abdomen extends. Straighten the legs and exhale, contract the abdomen as we come back down. I'm saying the same things over and over and every time. You get this, you don't have to remember it. Inhale underneath the arm and exhale, push to the side. Eventually it just becomes natural. Inhale over the head and exhale, contract the abdomen. This is the way the body flows naturally. Again, inhale, inhale and exhale, contract the abdomen. Inhale underneath the arm and exhale to the front. Here's what we did in the beginning. Inhale underneath the arm and exhale, push to the side. Inhale over the head and exhale, returns. Now let's bring this foot back as we inhale, straighten the right leg and exhale. So, okay, that's the fourth form, the right and the left side, just like we did in the warm-up. By the way, your homework assignment, should you choose to accept the assignment, is to do the balance of plate exercise every morning and do it with the intestine exercise and do at least 5 times in the morning. It just takes a couple of minutes to do that. And that's the fourth form and the fifth form, which we're going to do right now. So here's the fifth form. The knees are bent. So when you inhale, we take a half step to the right, straighten the left leg, and then exhale, palms face up, and we settle in and lean over to the right. Then inhale, straighten the right leg, half step to the left. And exhale, contract the abdomen as you raise the palm and settle into a deep horse riding stance. 4 circles, 4 breaths. So when we inhale, we open the chest, circle the arms all the way around, and exhale, contract the abdomen, push behind us. So when we inhale, push the belly out, underneath the arms, straighten the legs, and exhale, squat and contract the abdomen and reach out, keep the shoulders over the hips. Now when you inhale, straighten the knees, come underneath the arms, push the belly out, circle the palms underneath the arms, and then exhale, push to the side, the palms are twisted, or the arms are twisted, contract the abdomen, squat. Inhale, push the belly out, crisscross over the head. Oh, what a good stretch this is. And exhale, sink back in to our deep horse riding stance. Let's do 2 more sets. So it's inhale, open the chest, circle the arms, and exhale, push behind us, tuck the belly in. Inhale, underneath the arms, straighten the knees, and exhale, push to the front, keep the shoulders over the hips. And then inhale, back underneath the arms, push the belly out. When you exhale, squat and push the arms to the side, palms. We have twisted arms, so we untwist as you inhale over the head, abdomen's extended, and exhale, contract the abdomen. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, let's return our feet from the right foot, half step. So inhale, straighten the left leg, half step in. Exhale, contract the abdomen, lean to the right. Then inhale, straighten the right leg, half step in. And exhale, bend the knees. 6th form is called creating a brighter world. And that's because it's an intestine exercise and you clean out this area when you do this. It's what we've been doing all along already in the form. We're just more focused on it. So when you inhale, straighten the knees, push the belly out, put the thumbs on the belly button. When you exhale, bend the knees and tuck the belly in. We'll do 3 of these. So inhale, straighten the knees, expand the abdomen out and down. And then exhale, tuck the belly in, give the belly a good squeeze all the way to the backbone. So inhale, push the belly out. And exhale, tuck the belly in. Don't squeeze with your palms, they're just there for focus. Again, inhale, abdomen extends like you're filling up a big balloon. When you exhale, tuck the belly in. Give it a good squeeze. Okay, the 7th form is called dragon looks up to the sky. So when we inhale, abdomen extends. Let the palms float up to eye height, pinch the first 3 fingers. So when we exhale, tuck the abdomen in, bring the knuckles to your kidneys, your lower back. So when you inhale, straighten the knees, drag the knuckles into the armpits and stretch. And then exhale, bend the knees and just relax the shoulders over the fingers. So when you inhale, straighten the knees, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chin up and pack the thyroid in your neck, and then exhale, relax. So when you bring those shoulders back, you want to really squeeze so you crunch the muscles a little bit. It softens that area up. Let's try it again. So it's inhale, straighten the knees, palms together, abdomen extends. Exhale, abdomen contracts, tuck the belly in, knuckles to your kidneys. So inhale, drag those knuckles up your rib cage for a little massage into the armpits, push the belly out. When we exhale, bend the knees and tuck the belly in. Now here it is. So here's what the dragon looks up to the sky, the name of this form. We inhale, straighten the knees, squeeze the shoulder blades. It's a good stretch like a massage. And now when you exhale, relax and bend the knees, let the palms float down. Let's do one more of these. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Okay, the 8th and final form is called raising the power. We gather Earth's energy, bring it into our body, and tuck it into our lower abdomen, their 2nd chakra, 2 inches below the belly button, where we accumulate and store this energy. So when we inhale, we gather the Earth's energy, push the belly out, straighten the knees, drag this energy into our chest. When you exhale, push it down into your lower abdomen as you bend the knees and just let the body sink with this. Tuck the belly in, give it a good squeeze to the backbone. Let's do 2 more of these. So it's inhale, abdomen extends. And exhale, bend the knees, abdomen contracts. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now to conclude, we inhale, straighten the knees, palms to prayer posture. When we exhale, bow to stretch the back of our legs and acknowledge this wonderful energy inside of us and all around us. One more breath here. Inhale, big long inhale, and exhale, just relax a little bit more deeply into that stretch for the back of the legs. Now, when we inhale, slowly come up, feel it in your buttocks. Yeah. And exhale, let the palms float down. Feel the air in your palms as they return. You should be nicely centered so you can feel that energy on your palms as you relax. Look down to the earth. Bring your mind's awareness into the moment. And just enjoy connecting with your delightful, wonderful self. This is where you're so absolutely perfect in this moment. You could not be more perfect than you are right now. This is where you come from. This is who you truly are, your true self. Just relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Okay, I'm going to have you take a little drink of water and a brief break and sit down for a minute. 3 minutes. It's a very quick 3-minute rest period. It's going to go by fast, so take the sip of water and salute. So we went quite a while without a break. I just want you to relax and just let your breathing come back to normal. And so when we're inhaling, you're just simply aware of the body expanding. When you exhale, you feel the body relax. So sit up straight with the shoulders over the hips, the knees over the ankles. Just every time you exhale, just allow yourself to relax just a little bit more deeply. Then I want you to listen to this music that has these birds. They're in a forest. And this isn't any ordinary forest. This is a forest that is just a perfect forest. The atmosphere is so beautiful. It's pretty, it's not really dark inside. It's just this mellow light that's all around. It's a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day, but just a little while ago, a rainstorm came, and now the clouds are all gone and the sun is shining brightly through the canopy of the trees. But the trees are reluctant to let hardly any light come through to touch the earth. And that's why the forest seems so pleasant. What a wonderful atmosphere it is. And you can tell it's a good energy because listen to the birds, how happy they are. They are so delighted to be here. See if you can hear when the woodpecker pecks wood. He's going to come 2 times. There's the woodpecker. He'll come one more time. There he is again. I know these birds very well. They're just happy birds. They're so happy to be here. How about the cuckoo bird? When the cuckoo bird goes cuckoo, he's here. He'll come 3 times. There's the cuckoo bird. If you listen carefully, you'll hear him again 2 more times. There's the cuckoo bird again. There he is again. So now I'm going to invite you to open your eyes and clasp your hands above your abdomen. So when you inhale, bring the clasped hands up to your chest, roll them forward as you exhale, extend the arms into the chest, keep the shoulders over the hips. Then inhale and exhale, just stretch out a little bit more. Now when we inhale, lift the palms above the head. When you exhale, look up and stretch. One more breath. Inhale, stretch a little bit more deeply, and exhale, lower your palms down. We're going to twist the spine, so if you're worried about your spine a little bit, then just cross your arms in front of your chest. Otherwise, when you inhale, take the right palm to the left knee, and exhale, reach around behind into position. Then inhale, stretch a little bit more deeply, and exhale, relax, and come back to the center. Let's do the other side. So it's inhale and exhale into position. Then inhale, reach out a little bit more, and then exhale, come on back to our starting position. So we're going to do the form again. You may do this sitting down if you like. It's pretty much the same thing. You just do it from a seated position, and you'll know what to improvise. I don't think I have to demo that for you. We're going to try to get in a couple more times. The first time it's going to be, and instruction will be on breath only. And then the second time, the form will be done in silence. One time each movement. And I'll be basically your model. So you might get a little bit more out of this if I'm only just focusing on the breath and not speaking so much this time, okay? So out of the chair, or you can do it from sitting. You might still be tired, and that's okay. If you're tired, just sit and do the form. It's all right. And you don't have to do everything. Make it work for you. We worked pretty hard already. So knees are soft, palms in front of the abdomen. The instruction will be on breath only. Just know that when you inhale, the abdomen is going to expand. When you exhale, the abdomen is going to contract. When you inhale, we're going to rise, straighten the knees. When we exhale, we're going to bend the knees. Always keeping the shoulders over the hips the best you can. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhale, inhaling, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Just connect with yourself for a moment. Just be present. Okay then. You're starting to feel it a little bit now. You're starting to get a feel of the rhythm, and you're all starting to look pretty good. It doesn't take long to learn the form, but if those of you that are new, just starting out, I say the same things over and over in every class, so you don't have to worry about remembering anything. It just eventually you start getting used to this. We're going to do the form again. This time my instruction will be in silence. In other words, I'll just be your model and you follow me. And don't worry about it. If you get off on the wrong foot or something, just kind of wing your way through it. It all works out. Okay. So when we do something on the right, we do something on the left. Remember, when we inhale, we initiate the movement. When we rise, when we exhale, we conclude the movement and we fall. When we inhale, the abdomen extends. When we exhale, the abdomen contracts. Palms face up. Front of your abdomen, knees are soft, not locked. Inhale. Connect with yourself. So I want you to know that it takes a long time to really get the form down, but if you stay with it, I will be here for you forever. Um, my recordings are always here of these, so you'll always have that as a comfort. And I will be here as much as I can be, as long as anyone wants me. So I'm not going to let you down. So if you want to stay with it, you want to have a program eventually, in a couple of years, you'll really be soaring with this. It's just such a wonderful meditation exercise. And your overall lifespan is going to greatly increase by doing this exercise. So I invite you to sit down and let me turn it over to Julie. Julie, you got